The origin of a Chinese ghost story. Songling, you might have never heard of him, but if you are a fan of Hong Kong cinema, we can say you are a fan of him. You might ask, what did he do? The answer is, he wrote one book. He spent his whole life writing one book. Hundreds of movies have been adapted from that one book, Strange Tales from a Chinese Studio. This book has influenced Hong Kong and Chinese cinema from their start in the 1920s until today. The most popular adaptation is a Chinese ghost story. The most artistic is King Hu's A Touch of Zen. Even if you don't know much, you definitely know Painted Skin. From the 1960s to now, the industry has never stopped producing remakes of that single story. Songling was a failed scholar with an artistic heart in the Qing dynasty. He failed his imperial examinations over and over again for 50 years. Legend says he sat by a busy road with a pot of tea, offering it for free to any traveler who would stop to tell him a story. From those travelers, he gathered nearly 500 tales. The collection of that 500 stories is The Strange Tales from a Chinese Studio. Filmmakers adapted this book from the very beginning. In the 1920s silent era, there were 5 or more adaptations, including the earliest versions of A Chinese Ghost Story. In the Shaw Brothers era, Li Xiang directed The Enchanting Shadow, 1960. This was the true ancestor of A Chinese Ghost Story in Hong Kong cinema. Following this, Tang Huang directed a trilogy of Songling stories such as Fairy Ghost Vixen. In 1966, the industry produced the first Hong Kong version of Painted Skin. King Hu was the assistant director of The Enchanting Shadow. By the time he directed A Touch of Zen, Songling's book was already pressed into his mind. In his later film or his masterpieces such as Legend of the Mountain and Raining in the Mountain, we can sense the influence of that book. His final film, Painted Skin, 1993, was a story purely from that book. In Hong Kong's Golden Age, producer Tsui Hark made these stories popular again with A Chinese Ghost Story, 1987, directed by Ching Siu Tung. It became a cult classic. They still remake it today. Tsui Hark's love for the original stories came from growing up with King Hu's films. The Enchanting Shadow was one of his favorite childhood films too. Tsui Hark always remakes the films he loves. Modern directors like Gordon Chan have kept the tradition alive with Painted Skin 2000 and Mural 2011. I don't love most of Jackie Chan's late 2010s films, but I love his portrayal of Songling in The Night of Shadows. They turned the failed scholar into a demon hunter, but it remains a lovely character. The latest great adaptation is the 2025 animation Curious Tales of a Temple. I think it is the most sincere version of Songling's life ever put to film. There were many movies directly adapted from his book. For indirectly, I guess we can't even count. If you are interested in this book, you can easily find English version of that in anywhere. Penguin published English edition. Strange Tales from a Chinese Studio is not merely a matter of source material, it is the foundation of a cinematic architecture that bridges a classical past and a high-tech future. It is about culture. It is about the need for the future to remember the past. If you love this, subscribe to Bird with No Legs for more original cinema essays.